take the opening prayers. Please, let's have some quiet. Please be seated as we put your hands together for the greatest party in Africa. I can hear that applause. God Almighty and our founding fathers, led at this point by the convener, Professor Jerry Ghana, CON. Please, a round of applause for him. Applause for him a lot louder, just as I welcome one of our chieftains, Chief Senator Ben Obi.
To very graciously, on behalf of all of us who are founding fathers representing our elders here, to kindly join me to really thank the acting national chairman for bearing the burdens. Can we hear you? Put your hands together for the acting national chairman. And the national secretary. I can't hear you. And the national secretary. I can't hear you. The two of them have been bearing this. Thank you very, very much. And now, on behalf of all the governors, and they've been very, very helpful in really standing by me in convening this meeting, kindly put your hands together and welcome very, very warmly the chairman of the Governors Forum and all our governors. Can I hear you? Governor Bala Mohammed from Bauchi. I can't hear you for Bala Mohammed. And all our governors, the excellencies, we appreciate your support tremendously. The former Senate President, my dear brother, has been very, very supportive, very encouraging. He's here. He assured me he will be here, and he's here. Kindly put your hands together to Senator Dr. Bukola Saraki. Thank you. And many here today from the National Assembly, I appreciate them. The minority leader is not able to be with us, but many of the senators are here from the House of Representatives as well. Kindly join me. Put your hands together for the National Assembly. And now, the members of the National Working Committee, especially those who are working so very hard with the acting national chairman, the National Organizing Secretary, and all the other members of the National Working Committee, kindly put your hands together for all of them. Can I hear you? Thank you very much, NWC. You're doing very, very well. We appreciate you. And then I want you to kindly welcome and thank some of the speakers today who have agreed to be discussants and speakers, especially the very learned senior advocate of Nigeria, the one who has been very, very helpful in planning this together with me, Barrister Tenimu Turaki from Gwandu. I can't hear you. Thank you very, very much. Well, I welcome all our special guests. I welcome all of you for finding the time to be here. I'm really extremely grateful. It is not easy to convene this kind of meeting of men or women of timber and caliber. Very, very serious people who have so many things to do. So I'm deeply grateful that you have found the time to honor the founding fathers. May the good Lord honor you too. I didn't hear you, amen. So I'm most delighted to have the honor to address our great leaders, very dedicated leaders here today. We appreciate you. We are pleased to reaffirm to all of you and to Nigerians that the People's Democratic Party is alive, is flourishing, is mobilizing, is moving. The PDP is alive. Can I hear you? PDP! I can't hear you. PDP! Power to the people! The PDP is alive. And those who have gone somewhere, you know where they went? They were hiding here, hiding there. We are remaining in PDP. We are moving in PDP. We are progressing in PDP. We are mobilizing in PDP. And we are going to win in PDP. So I thank you very much. PDP is alive and well. In forming the People's Democratic Party in 1998, the founding fathers were profoundly moved by timeless principles, deep-rooted values, and fundamental objectives. Those leaders They did not gather just to arrange to capture power. That is what other people do. They just gather to capture power. We were not gathering to capture power. We had very clear ideals and values and principles. And kindly permit me to remind you, there were 12 of them, but 2 have already achieved so wonderfully. The first 2 was really to terminate military rule in Nigeria and to restore democracy. PDP restored democracy. And the second part of it was really to ensure that civilian rule can be authoritative. Since we restored democracy for so many years now, governance by civilians has become highly respected. And nobody in his right senses would like to change government because democracy is settled in Nigeria. It's deepened. What is required now is for democracy to produce results so that the people can really enjoy. So permit me to remind you of some of those motivating values, principles, and ideals which guided the founding fathers to really set up the PDP. The founding fathers were greatly motivated by a very strong desire, 1, to build a qualitatively better society in Nigeria based on the principles of democracy, human rights, freedom, and social justice. 2, to raise a liberated, secure, and transformed Nigerian nation. We don't want a weak nation, a transformed nation with faith and confidence in itself and distinguished by a culture of excellence in good governance. When PDP is in power, PDP governs well. We have no time just wasting our time. Wherever the PDP is governing, we are governing with excellence because we have ideals, because we have values. Thirdly, to restructure the Nigerian state in the spirit of genuine federalism. Our founding fathers of the nation chose the mode of federalism correctly. Because wherever you have the kind of varieties you have in Nigeria, only federation can work. Therefore, we believe the Nigerian state should not be centralized. It should really have genuine federalism so as to ensure fair, equitable distribution of power, wealth, and opportunities. Fourthly, the founding fathers desire to transform the Nigerian national economy through vastly increased productivity, effective wealth creation. We are tired of poverty. Effective wealth creation and massive employment opportunities for our youth. Fifthly, to ensure the security and welfare of the people of Nigeria. Because for us, the security and welfare of the people is the primary purpose of government. Therefore, in very civilized societies, the APC has no reason whatsoever to continue in power because they have not done the most primary thing, the security and welfare of the people. Over 4,000, you can count the numbers. I'll come to that. So our leaders were very, very clear that we need a peaceful, secure nation. Number 6, to promote a corruption-free governance structure characterized by a fair, open, competent, honest, efficient, and highly responsive system of public administration. They don't want us to say we're in power and things are just so corrupt. Number 7, to establish a moral and ethical society driven by the core values of truth, honesty, integrity, fairness, compassion, and social justice. That is why we chose the umbrella, compassion. Government must be compassionate. Government must care for the people, not be arrogant, not to have the arrogance of power, not care for the people. You are there to serve the people, to be answerable to the people. So the desire is really to ensure that we have the kind of society where there is a tremendous compassion for the people. And then number 8, to create a dynamic economy designed to serve the people's interests, not private interests, and in which market forces are combined with the forces of cooperation, solidarity, and partnership to create wealth and reduce poverty. Number 9, to establish a free and democratic society in which the powers and actions of government are lawful. Government must be lawful. Useless, lawless society. Very, very. Your Excellencies, number 10, to raise a political leadership which is exemplary, selfless and honest, creative and imaginative, energetic and resourceful, a leadership with clear vision and aspiring outlook, with a huge capacity and wisdom to mobilize the massive resources of Nigeria to transform both the people and the nation into a developed society. Those were the fundamental objectives of the Founding Fathers. Your Excellencies, our beloved PDP were therefore founded on values, ideals, and objectives. You have no reason whatsoever to go elsewhere. There is no other party in Nigeria that is based on principles. They just want to gather and agree to share. We want to gather, get power to encourage our people, produce and remove poverty, and make life meaningful for the masses. Kindly put your hands together for the PDP. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my address has already been printed, it's with you, and therefore, just a few more comments. Otherwise, you leave, I'm a professor. And they've given me the mic, I can go on for the next 2 hours. And you see, in PDP, especially as we were raised by the Founding Fathers, when we are mobilizing people for elections, we do so on issues. We don't abuse people. Issues, programs, sense of value. So therefore, in this family, all this abusing one another in the party is not right. It's not proper. You have to treat your brother, your sister as brothers and sisters. There may be differences. But please, let there be honor. Let there be respect. Let there be culture. Therefore, we want to really appeal to all of you. If you are thinking of going somewhere, there is no need. Because this is the best party in the whole of Africa. So, in 1998, I remember very, very clearly, because I was the secretary of the Founding Fathers, the top priority of security, stability, and peace greatly informed the choice of the strategy at that time of power shift. And it was correctly argued that we as leaders must not only be democrats, but patriotic nation builders. And therefore, in this area of leadership, we must always promote the values of justice, fairness, and equity. So, I say, when you read it, you see number 6 is coming just as our own view as Founding Fathers to the entire party. But I don't have to really, as it were, emphasize that you are very, very wise people. We appeal to all our leaders, as you meet tomorrow at the National Executive Committee, please agree to convene the National Convention of our great party so that this party can select and elect the best set of party officers for the next 4 years. This tension of who represents one, who acts on, let it be of the past. Let us now go to the convention peacefully, orderly, nicely, and really elect very competent people and give them the mandate over the next 4 years. They are wonderful over here. So tomorrow, let there be a consensus on that matter and convene the National Convention. There are so many other things in this speech, and I want to really emphasize that the PDP, in the words of the Founding Fathers, because that is why they gave so many people the opportunity to stand election, we must be transparent and credible. So let the National Convention be such that there are no backdoor moves, no ways of cheating others. We are family. Do it right. Do it properly, decently. Integrity is the word. Did you hear me? Integrity. Integrity means being consistently good. Not good in the day and wicked in the evening. Not wicked in the night and good. No. You have to be consistently good. Did you hear me? Consistently good. Now, we must also develop a new focus of empowering the next generation. Please, when you come to that chapter, section of my speech, read it properly. I want us to bring any generation that does not bring a successor generation is already dead. We have to pay attention that our future depends on the ones taking over from us. Therefore, we must give the youth tremendous opportunity. And the youth, they're fresh in their ideas, they are competent, and more than both all of us, even if we are professors, they are digital fluent. They are very, very fluent in digital. They are very competent. They can go anywhere in the world. Kindly join me. Put your hands together for the Nigerian youth. They are wonderful. Can I hear you? Can I hear you? So don't be afraid of encouraging the youth to take over. That is what leaders do. You raise the next generation to take over. And in 2007, we also hope that you will do your very best to give Nigerians, because they are waiting for it. Nigerians are waiting. When you come to this, we plead with you as founding fathers, present a popular, credible, highly experienced presidential candidate. Don't give Nigerians anything less. Give them a competent person, a good person, a popular person. When he's there, he will lead Nigeria well. He will govern well. He will do well. He will act well. He will think well. He will mobilize well. That's what you should do. Please. It's very, very, very important. So we want to really plead with you that Nigerians are looking up to you, the PDP. Don't disappoint them. Now, since the paper is already printed, I'd like to just draw your attention. So, sorry, they are reminding me here that I should not forget to thank the state chairman, and I'm stopping now, I won't go further. All the state chairman of the party, where are you? Can you rise to be recognized? Kindly put your hands together to the state chairman of the party. Woo! Can I hear you? Woo! Thank you very, very much. You're all wonderful people. They don't know that I have a reserved place for you. They thought I've forgotten. There's no way I can forget. But I wanted to really, but now that they've reminded me, let me bring it up. Before I conclude, I get back to you, because you are the real doers. You are preserving this party at the grassroots level. When people in Abuja are thinking the PDP, you know that PDP is alive. Join me again. Put your hands together for the church chairman. So, Your Excellencies, as we move forward, I wish I had the time to really remind you of what Nigeria has suffered under the APC. It's very, very sad. I don't have the time. But by the grace of God, there'll be time. Maybe this is why God is still preserving my strength and my being ability to, please, when you are going to campaign, put me on the campaign trail. I have to tell them. The PDP, they built Nigeria, and I have a section of mine where I've enumerated so many things that we have done. We stabilized democracy. We secured over $18 billion of debt relief. Nigeria was free of debt in Nigeria. We grew the national economy to be the biggest in Africa, this national economy. We achieved double-digit growth. The growth rate was not just single digit, double-digit. In fact, by 2004, it was about 15.3%, growing rapidly. And this was the quote from the World Bank. We established, the PDP did, we established critical institutions. You know them. The Bureau for Public Procurement, the National Health Insurance, Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, the EFCC. Many people even forgot that we are the ones who brought all this together. The Universal Basic Education Commission, the Tertiary Education Fund, TED Fund, others, the universities would have already died. But for what that institution we created. And the National Communications Commission. I was serving as Minister of Information at that time. Believe you me, small as I am, was the one who did the first memo about this thing this GSM that we're the kind of enjoying now. I took the memo to President Obasanjo. And one of the things that the PDP leaders do, when there's something good, they approve. I took it to him and said, now look, the whole of Nigeria, we have less than 500 lines in the whole country. Less than 500,000. But here is a new technology. If we bring it to Nigeria, we'll soon be able to have millions of lines. He said, Jerry, I wasn't Minister of Communication. I was just Minister of Information. But I got information. And I mobilized and informed him well. And he acted. And Obasanjo, fantastic leader, he approved. And then once we approved, we set up the NCC. We have to set the first lines. You have to now find out for those who have the engineering capacity to be able to roll it out. Please, when you are in government, you are doing things, give jobs to those who are able to do. Don't follow, otherwise they will let you down. People with capacity. People that are coming out to buy, they are not coming here. Then I got information. Alhaji Shehu Malami, he was our ambassador in South Africa at that time. I think he's now passed on to glory. I told him I was coming to South Africa. I was Minister of Information. And I went to South Africa. The president and Thabo Mbeki and Mandela were very, very nice. I now went to the headquarters of the MTN. I said, MTN, you are not coming to Nigeria. You don't know what you are missing. Come, because I was told they have the technology to roll it out. Come and buy this particular thing that we are selling now. Come, because they are not coming here at all. I convinced them. I pleaded with them. They didn't come and went back. And so they came. And they bought something, the first line was given to them. The first license, was given to them. And other ones came on. When the MTN came, and they were really, as it were, so happy with it, they forgot about Jerry Ghana. I said, don't worry. Just remember Nigerians. And the second line, by Bond, what is the second line? No, not Airtel. Glow. There was Airtel and then Glow. All right? So many of them were coming and were telling Nigerians, it's expensive now, don't worry. The time is coming when they will be begging you. At that time, it was so expensive to have a line. You need to have a lot of money to buy. But we were telling people, and I thank God I was the Minister of Information, don't worry, it will become cheap later. It is expensive. It's not cheap now. Are they not arguing for you now? By the time I asked yesterday when I was writing this paper, we have over 200 million lines from 500. Please put your hands together for PDP. So the PDP has really done well. And the PDP is ready to do more. Are you ready? PDP, are you ready? Nigeria is in trouble. Are you ready to rescue Nigeria? Well, I must conclude. There are so many, at the final part of my paper, I'm making a few suggestions there, that whoever is given the opportunity of really being our candidate must give Nigerians a very clear program. And I'm suggesting there about 7 major programs. I don't have the time to really go through it, but we must promote stability and good governance. We must ensure peace and security. We must transform this national economy to create wealth. Nigerians are tired of poverty, and there are tremendous resources there. I'm a geographer. There are so many resources in Nigeria. We have no business being poor. The whole of Kogi State alone can, the whole of Nigeria. I'm telling you. Or Niger State. Or any of these states. So many. There is no state in Nigeria where we don't have viable, wonderful mineral resources. But you know what is happening now? Because Nigeria is the most attractive economy in the entire world. If you want to grow your money, come to Nigeria. And many of them want to come. But they think, and because I don't have the time to get back to APC, you read it, but the one thing I have to point out is that they are becoming, and they've been, very evil gatekeepers. So many people want to come to Nigeria to invest. When they bring their money, they sit on the money. They don't allow the money to really get into the economy. I can tell you that PDP Nigerians are crying out for you. There are billions out there wanting to come to Nigeria to invest. If the chairman were to permit me, I will tell you now, if those resources already here wanting to just come to invest, if they were allowed to really perform, believe you me, the Naira dollar, something that is now over 1,600, isn't it? The exchange rate, 1,600. In our days, it was 167. About 760%. 760% devaluation, terrible. And money wants to come. But people are keeping it up because this is very artificial. Some people are becoming billionaires because they have little dollars to bring in and become. When PDP takes over, are you ready? We shall crush that. And believe me, the new rate will be so wonderful. Nigeria will grow. Every zone, we have about 6 zones. We are not just targeting a few billions. We are targeting trillions. And they are willing to come because there is nowhere else to invest. 200 million people, that's the market. Resources, labor, everything is there to grow your money. The returns on investment in Nigeria are one of the best in the world. So please, these people that are governing now, I think they are too selfish, too self-centered, so wicked, so deceived. PDP, I'm appealing to you on behalf of the founding fathers. Get ready, take over, and do well for Nigeria. So, my dear key leaders, members, your loyalty to this great party is the bedrock of our revival. We salute you. The Nigerian people, hope is not lost. A new PDP is emerging. A new PDP is being reformed. It's going to be responsive. It's going to give excellent leadership. It's going to move things forward. We shall not rest until Nigeria is rescued, until our economy works, until our schools and hospitals function, until security is restored, until our democracy thrives, until our national economy transforms and really create wealth so that poverty is banished from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. By the grace of God, we shall rise again. You didn't hear me? I said we shall rise again. And we shall triumph. We shall triumph triumphantly. I thank you very much for listening.
Another resounding applause, please.
Is here. You wonder what was made us proud. With this, I want President to permit me to stand on the already established protocol. It is my wish to address you this morning with great humility, pride, and a deep sense of responsibility. I do not stand here before you merely as acting national chairman of this great body, but also as a young man molded by this party, a young man who had cut his political teeth studying under the feet of our revered leader, Alhaji Adamu of blessed memory. His clarity of thought, discipline, and peace belief in Nigeria's democratic promise shaped not only my outlook, but also my lifelong commitment to the ideals of this great party and the Nigerian project. This gathering is more than symbolic. It is a affirmation that the People's Democratic Party is alive, resolute, and focused on reclaiming its rightful place at the center of Nigeria's political life. But first, we must honor the sacrifices of our party's founding visionaries, and we remember with profound respect the brave architects of our party's foundation, the likes of Dr. Alex Ikweme, whose moral courage and intellect led the G34 in challenging military dictatorship, Chief Solomon Lar, our first national chairman, whose bridge building spirit united our diversity. Alhaji Adamu Troma, whose vision, discipline, and mentorship shaped a generation of leaders, including myself here. Alhaji Abubakar Rimi, a fearless advocate for democratic governance, whose progressive politics and principled leadership gave voice to and energized the grassroots. The erudite Professor Jerry Gana, whose unflinching voice for justice and democracy continues to inspire us. My list is by no means exhaustive, but I pray and I also pay respect and homage to all our founding fathers and mothers here and the one we are soon to join in good faith. Indeed, our founding fathers stood firm for democracy at a time when it wasn't popular or even safe to do so. They endure intimidation, harassment, and in some cases face detention. Yet, they choose principle over comfort and conviction over convenience. My dear leaders, party faithful ladies and gentlemen, the PDP was not born out of convenience. It was born out of necessity to dismantle authoritarianism and restore democratic governance. Since our historic founding in August 1998, the PDP's journey has been marked by triumphs and trials. Like any living institution, we have faced internal rifts, betrayals, and moments of national disappointment. In 2013, we witnessed one of such practices that shook us to our very core. The group of party leaders walked away from our party seeking new alliances. Today, we witness yet another. But history reminds us that splinters may form, but they do not define the tree. Movements built on political expediency collapse when confronted by lasting values, which the PDP has. As a party, we do not respond to these challenges with bitterness, though they are often unpleasant. Instead, we rest in the assurance that the People's Democratic Party remains the only political platform in Nigeria whose foundation was built on national consensus, democratic inclusion, and a clear vision for Nigeria's future to return to power to the people. We are not easily shaken because our roots run deep. The PDP offers more than a political structure. It embodies ideological clarity, resilience of spirit, and the staying power to stand and overcome turbulent winds. But we may also confront the hard truth. Much of the injury the PDP has suffered has been self-inflicted. From the Obasanjo era to this moment, we have too often jettisoned ideology in favor of personal ambition. This has cost us dearly. Yet, there is still a beauty that exists only in the PDP. Our founding vision, our commitment to internal democracy, and our true national outlook. These are not ordinary attributes. They are the very feelers that made and have sustained the PDP as the bedrock of Nigeria's democratic journey. As you can see, we are the only party standing since 1998. This remains our guiding strength. However, let it be said and known that our doors remain open to those who wish to return. And it is my earnest prayer that in their return, they may rediscover themselves. After all, we are still the party that gave many their first political home. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we must not lose sight of the bigger picture. The People's Democratic Party was never conceived as a mere vehicle for political ambition. It was born out of national crisis of conscience when the late Chief Bola Ige famously described those 5 political parties as 5 fingers of a leprous hand. It was a dummy indictment of their indistinguishable emptiness. The PDP then emerged to offer the nation a credible alternative, rooted in principle, moral, and ideological clarity, and broad-based national consensus. And indeed, that critical moment in our history, the PDP rescued Nigeria from bleak pit. Today, again, Nigeria is in dire need of direction. Our democratic values are under strain because of living crisis. Our people, the younger generation, is losing faith in leadership, and the economy continues to suffer in depressing stagnancy. In this moment, as in times of the past, the PDP must rise as a vessel of real hope and a voice of reason. This conference is therefore not a formality, but a strategic reckoning. It gives us the opportunity to realign with our core values of discipline, loyalty, inclusive governance, and policy-driven leadership. We have spent too much trying to reconcile. Now we must truly do it and move forward. Let us draw renewed strength and purpose from the wisdom of our founding fathers gathered here today. Let us leave this hall not merely with speeches, but as sons and daughters who have been guided, corrected, and inspired by elders, resolved to build our party and reclaim our national mandate, with the ultimate goal of healing and rebuilding a nation that has been badly beaten and deeply fractured. I thank every party member for standing firm. I honor our founding fathers for their sacrifices that still light our path. And I give you this assurance that under your guidance, with the determination of millions of loyal members across the country, we will not fail. We will rise to the challenge, and yes, the center will hold again. To our members, remain resilient. Our past has proven that self-inflicted wounds can be healed if we return to our core and rise above personal interests. There remains a bright and redemptive future for the PDP and Nigeria. I want to use this opportunity, which has not been in my speech, to also use this opportunity to tell our members, PDP is one. If you belong to PDP, you belong to PDP. If you can't have 2 parties at a time, it's better you either stay or leave us in peace. We will pick our pieces to make sure that we are one. Thank you very much.
and only one person could do that. The current Bauchi, the executive governor of Bauchi State, His Excellency, distinguished Senator Mohammed Bala. Please can we give him a round of applause? Most welcome, sir.
Our party who are holding to the rear, our fortress in the country that has prevented any infiltration or causing disaffection within the PDP family in the country. We really adore you. Our contestants who contested very well as Democrats, former PDP gubernatorial candidates that are all here, my colleagues, members of the National and State Assemblies that are here, distinguished members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm highly delighted to be here on behalf of myself and my colleagues, your governors, those that are now facing the challenges of a diminishing membership of our forum. Everybody knows that the governors are here working very hard together with the NWC to ensure that this party stands. We want to assure Nigerians and indeed our founding fathers who convened this forum that the governors are working with the National Assembly, the caucuses of the National Assembly and the National Working Committee to ensure that we stand on our own, to keep the flag flying of the PDP, the umbrella covering the people. And we are guided by the guiding principles of what our erudite leader has said here today, why PDP was formed and where it is going, bequeathing good governance in our states. At the risk of sounding immodest, we are doing very well as governors. And we are doing it with humility and knowledge and hindsight that we are now having the burden of carrying the flag of the PDP that are known for good governance, for inclusion, for leaving legacies and landmarks. You go to Adamawa, you can see the infrastructure there, how the state has been folded and made to come to maximum productivity in terms of good governance that is there. You go to Bayelsa, the same thing. We are doing our best. We don't want to compare ourselves with our colleagues because we are all equal. But we are competing harmoniously and competing positively to make sure we excel. You go to Oyo, you see what the young man Shea Makinde is doing. Even carrying out projects and programs that are within the realm of the federal government. You will see what Dauda is doing in Zamfara. It is the first time you have a new lease of life going on there, fighting insecurity, providing infrastructure, even building an airport within a very short time. You go to Taraba, the food basket. Even those who left us, they were inflicted positively by the good spirit of the PDP. In Delta, the same thing. Maybe it will relapse because they have joined APC now. But certainly you have seen how they made good for us in terms of provision of good governance. You go to Akwa Ibom, the same PDP spirit. You go to Plateau. They never knew there was good governance until Caleb came. You need to see what the young man is doing. I don't have to assess myself. You know what we are doing. But certainly, I have summarized this just to underscore what the prolific speaker has said, Professor Jerry Ghana, the guiding principles of the party. We don't want to disparage the party. Yes, as the national chairman has said, we have a lot of challenges. And some of these challenges are self-inflicted injuries, deep-seated indiscipline. They were built up over the years. This National Working Committee, I think you have our confidence as governors because you are working very well. Yes, we have issues, but today you see we are together. The National Secretary has assumed his position because we are guided by the rule of law. We even had to go to INEC to find out the position of the regulator. You don't fight your regulator. And that's why we're here, creating harmony and reconciliation. As governors, we are working behind the working committee. We must thank you. They have even agreed to go if their presence is a problem. I want to tell you, they have agreed to go early than their tenure. What can be more sacrificial than that? They have done that. Our state chapters are working very hard with little resources. I call them our portraits. Today we don't have any faction in our states, irrespective of what happened. It is intact. And that is why the futility of living as is eminent, is tangible, you can touch it. If somebody wants to leave PDP to go to another place, how is this smart in thought and in thinking? Because the PDP has history, has a legacy, has a structure everywhere. And the governors are doing their best. But because we are being hunted, and we know what we are going through, and it is not for us to be coward, to be talking about it. Yes, politics is local. Some may go for certain reasons, certain permutations, certain calculations. But I think they will be proved wrong. Even our elders that have gone, we don't want to diminish them. We don't want to denigrate them or abuse them. We are telling them with humility, come back. That's what the national chairman has said. Come back. This is the house you have built where there are governors, where there are senators, members of the houses, speakers, offices, local government chairmen. You are going to a party that has no office. How is that smart? How do you want me to leave PDP with this and go to a place where there is a nullity? So this is the thought. But certainly, we reason with them maybe in terms of their own calculation. They want to actualize their aspiration to get tickets. But do you want to get ticket and lose? So please come back. You have no reason to go anywhere. I discussed with Professor Jerry Gana the restoration of peaceful and orderly and harmonious relation within the PDP. We don't want to join issues with anybody or call names out of humility and respect for our elders who spoke to us. But certainly, as the chairman has said, we cannot take indiscipline to a level where it becomes contagious. If you are in PDP, you are in PDP. You cannot be in PDP and be in the coalition with another party. We cannot take this, with all respect. But you have all the time to decide. Coalition is an aberration. Yes, I said it. You cannot belong to two places. You cannot be an Aphrodite. You cannot be a man and a woman at the same time. The PDP is a man, and we are moving. But we will still give you opportunity to have a thought because you are our leaders. But if you are going, don't demarket us. Demarketing the PDP is not fair. Most of you actualized your political aspirations through this party. Some of them left us and caused our loss in 2015. And yet we accommodated them. And they left and came back. Some of them became governors. And some of them took tickets. This is PDP for you. It is only in PDP you get that. But certainly, we still respect them. But they should respect us too. Respect is reciprocal. We are not afraid of anybody in politics. We are standing firm behind you to work for you and for Nigerians. And we are not going to join issues. I listened to what our youth leader said from Kaduna. I am very proud of you. Stand up to be recognized. He spoke very well about this issue. As a young man, I am so ashamed. I'm also reaching the level of elder statesman. I will soon retire. When I saw him spoke, I knew Nigeria has hope. Because the young people have vision. They know what they want. So we are working with the National Working Committee to ensure that we have our NEC and our convention. And to have leaders that will be recruited in terms of leadership recruitment by you, who will take us to confront the APC and other parties. In doing that, we need every hand on deck. We don't need distraction. We don't want anybody to take us to the other side where we will be abusing each other. At least our founding father and mothers have said it all. We don't have to join issues and engage in unnecessary squabbles or abuses. But certainly, we want to be visionary, to be straightforward and focused. We beg our members to be patient with us. We are working together with all the governors that are remaining, and we are even giving benefit of doubt to those who left. And Monday they will realize and come back because they don't belong to the other side. When they come, it is always the tradition of PDP to accept them. Even other governors from other parties may come back to PDP if we get it right. And every section, every zone will be free to actualize its ambition or aspiration to govern Nigeria, to contribute positively to the growth and development of the country. I thank you, our founding fathers, for giving us the opportunity, for having faith in us. We'll work together with the National Working Committee and all the leaders of the party to convoke one of the best conventions that PDP had ever had, so that we can provide a credible alternative or platform for Nigerians to actualize their aspirations. Thank you very much.
Adamu Muazu, how many of you went to Bauchi, and how many of you have been to Bauchi since Kauram Bauchi assumed that exalted office? In welcoming His Excellency Distinguished Senator Dr. Abubakar Bukola Saraki, Commander of the Order of the Niger. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you for the other founding fathers that are here. In particular, let me recognize Chief Jim Wubodo, our Governor of Enugu State, and let me recognize Chief Bode George. I recognize them especially because at their age, to take time and to come and be here shows truly love and commitment to this our great party. So we recognize your love for this party. In that same spirit, let me recognize also our founding mothers that are here, Ajanua Chiroma. Through you, we continue to remember our great father, Elijah Damu Chiroma. The Almighty Allah continue to grant our Jannah Fideus. And also let me recognize Chief Mr. Nene, Your Excellency, Chairman of the Governors Forum, Governor of Bauchi State, Senator Bala Mohammed, Your Excellency, Governor of Zamfara State, now is here, the chairman of our great party, Ambassador Damagum, and members of the NWC, Minority Whip, other former leaders, elders of our great party. Let me recognize all of you that are here, distinguished senators, members of the National Assembly, our state chapter chairman, former gubernatorial candidates, former chairman of our great party, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great joy to have the opportunity to forward a goodwill message on this very useful conference that has been organized by our founding fathers, led by Professor Jenegan, and all those that have come together to make today possible. I think it was Victor Hugo who said that nothing like an ideal time has come. This meeting has come at the right time, and that's why I thank you all for organizing it. Because it is time for us to write our own story. It is time for us to provide direction for this great party. For many, they have already buried this party before now. But your presence here speaks volumes that no, nobody is going to bury this party. We are going to rescue this party. I say that because if we look at our country today, PDP provides the best platform to develop Nigeria, to unite Nigeria, to make Nigeria prosperous. Nobody can challenge that because we have done it. For 16 years in power, as the Professor Gana said, we made significant progress in this country. We took the country to the largest economy in Africa. Today it's just the 4th largest. We had double-digit GDP growth, which has never been achieved. We had security. And most importantly, we had unity. The country was united. It wasn't about North, neither was it about South. It was about one Nigeria. This was only done under this great party. Yes, the party will have its challenges and is having its challenges. But the question we should ask ourselves is that should we abandon this party because of these challenges? Yes, mistakes have been made in the past. But the question still is, should we abandon this party? I stand here as someone who has experienced being in this party and not being in this party. I stand here as somebody who left this party with anger. Anger does not provide purpose to leadership. A lot of people who are leaving the party now are living with anger. We must live, if you have to live, based on ideology, based on plans, based on a plan for Nigeria, not on anger. Yes, we have problems. But the other parties that we're talking about also have problems. The other parties, especially the ruling party today, has already spent almost 12 years in government. Does their record any better than PDP? Of course not. So what are they offering Nigerians that PDP cannot offer? Ladies and gentlemen, when we go to our states, and I'm sure a lot of you will realize in your states, the party is still well accepted at the grassroots level. It is not that the Nigerians have rejected the party. I speak for my state. When I go, what do they tell me? Sir, please take care of what is happening at the top. The grassroots here were okay. Their concern is what is happening here in Abuja. So what does that tell us? We, including me, you, we are the problem. We must agree to put the people back at home first and put Nigeria first. Yes, we will have differences. We've been having differences. But we must agree that whatever it takes, we must sit down, lock ourselves up, and find a solution. Early May, people said, no, we cannot move forward. We cannot have and obey what we felt was the view of the law and restore Samayawa. Because when he gets there, he will lock the office, no meeting will take place. But we have NEC tomorrow. Where I'm saying that don't let this propaganda divide us. Whatever those difficulties are, we have the capacity, the sagacity to resolve those problems. And I want to appeal to all of us because we are the solution to this party. And if we make our mind that this is a party that will make it work, I am confident it can work. 16 years speaks a lot. We have all heard that the likes of Jerry Ganya, Alex Ekweme, and co. built this party and bequeathed it on us. It cannot be under our time, in our generation. God forbid that this party will go down. Because history will not be fair to any of us. Let me tell all of us that are here, history will not be fair to any of us. If it's under our time, God forbid, this party goes down. So we don't have an alternative. Let it be seen that we gave it all it took. We did our best to rescue this party, not to abandon and run out. It is not acceptable, ladies and gentlemen. I will not be part without giving it all my best. I am a fighter. I will never give up. And I don't believe that the problem before us is unsurmountable. Everywhere in the world, politics is about give and take. Politics is about saying, this is what you want. We will find a solution. And my own appeal to those of you who are here, before we leave here today, as we go into the next few days, let us agree that leaving PDP is not an option. That is not an option. What is an option is to be fair to everybody. We cannot trample on people's rights. We must negotiate and find a way forward. I hope with these few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, we can set the tone of providing that platform that will restore this country. Because this country needs a party with history, with legacy, with philosophy, and with great men and great women. I thank you for this opportunity. I wish you a wishful celebration and may guide this party. Amen. Thank you so much.
Put our hands together as I invite and welcome His Excellency Senator Ahmed McCarthy, CON. Please can we give him a round of applause as he comes forward. Thank you.
What we are against is a coalition that cannot work. What we are saying is that PDP is the leading party, is the leading opposition party. Any such thing should be under leadership of our party. That is what Nigerians want to hear, and that is the difference in language. Why is that not going to work? They are our friends, they will come back. You see, we had internal issue, not because we hate each other, to do with the office of the National Secretary. It took legal issues, INEC regulation issues. Leaders said, look, let's not walk into a trap. What does the law say? What does INEC regulation say? And when we saw it clearly, we said, let's bury the hatchet, let's move to a convention, united, and elect new national officers that would drive the party. That's on one office we had that, it took us that long. But the issue in the ADC is the entire structure in the country you're talking about. It's the entire structure in the country you're talking about. It's not about one position. I took the liberty just to know where I am in my state to request for certified true copy of the leadership structure. And it was given to me officially. And it's clear that their tenure will expire in May 2026. So if somebody has given you a structure now, which structure? For God's sake, which structure? You see the legal mess people are walking into. People are looking, some of them, majority of them that have moved. I'm confident by the time we conduct a very successful national convention, do the needful, overwhelming majority will return. Not only will overwhelming majority return, we will also get other people from other parties that will come and join the PDP. The BOT shares the views expressed. It's even illegal to belong to two political parties. And when PDP started, it didn't have a single councillor, not to talk of chairman, and up to president. It was built. So we can rebuild the PDP. No matter anybody's position, it is more honorable. If you want to stay, you stay. If you want to go, you go. We are not saying people should go. We want them to stay. But it's better people make up their mind where they are. And we will rise, we will fly, and God willing, PDP will become stronger than it was in the past. Thank you. God bless.
Message from this workaholic governor. Can we hear that applause for him one more time? Your Excellency, sir.
I'm extremely delighted to be here, to be part of this historic meeting. When I walked in and I saw the caliber of people that are here, and I felt good. And I said to myself, this is just the beginning. The issue, like the other speakers say, there is no party without issues. In PDP, what we realize is first in agreeing that yes, there's a problem. That's the first thing we did. And I'm happy having realized that there's a problem, then what next? The next is how do you go around solving these issues? And I believe with the way things are going, we're on the right path. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind us, Nigerians are looking up to us. Everywhere we go, the first thing they say, look, we're looking up to you. Please don't disappoint us. And for this reason, let's put all our differences, forget our differences. Let's build a stronger party in the interests of this nation. Believe me, with the way things are going, and within the next couple of months, we're able to put our house in order. Believe me, that will be the end of all the speculation and everything, and our party will be much more stronger than we can ever imagine. People are just waiting. So please, let's lay that path. I thank you, and I'm looking forward to a greater party, the People's Democratic Party. Thank you very much.
Late. Secondly, let me apologize for late coming. It wasn't deliberate. It was to try to fix another aspect of this great move that we have begun. Let me say that in the life of every organization, there are times when the journey slows down. But there are times when the journey gathers momentum. It has not been easy with PDP since 2015. But we haven't drowned. We have kept our heads above water. And I think that all the issues that have attended to our party since we lost power at the center have virtually come to a point where we can say they have finally rested. And I think that the time has come, and the time is now, that we will develop new wings to fly again. I therefore want to salute the courage of our founding fathers for calling this meeting to re-energize us, to resensitize us. And I want to salute the courage of everyone that has remained faithful and committed to this great party. I've said it publicly that perhaps to me as a student of Nigerian history, particularly political history, that I have found no party better organized than the PDP. That is why we have survived many storms and we have come through gallantly. And I think that the history of democracy in Nigeria cannot be written without the PDP. So it is a party we are proud to belong to. It's a party we are committed to remaining in. It's a party we are committed to making sure that it meets the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerians. So let me congratulate all of us who have chosen to remain in the party. And I'm sure by the grace of God, we'll have no cause to regret. The journey to the future has begun. And I'm sure that with God's help, we will get to our destination with all sense of pride and gratitude that God has enabled us. So let me thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for remaining committed to the party. And I'm sure Nigerians will continue to thank God that we did not abandon ship when there was trouble. Thank you, and God bless.
Founding leaders, stakeholders of our great party, I respectfully observe the existing protocol. I'd like to appreciate the efforts of the conveyors of this conference. Being one of the newest members of our great party, I decamped from the SDP in the first quarter of the year 2022. And I was pretty lucky to contest for the Senate, the seat of the Senate, under this platform the very next year. So I would say that this gathering has been quite enriching, having been run through the history and the successes and, of course, the challenges our party currently faces. I would appreciate if we have more gatherings of such nature, so that not just the history is shared, our ideologies and philosophy can also be endeared in our hearts. And this would actually in turn give room for growth, because in as much as many people decamp out of our parties due to the challenges we're facing, it's important to note that our gates, as our previous speakers have spoken, especially our party chairman has spoken, our doors and gates remain open wide. However, it's important that we define our party's ideologies and philosophies that will translate into formidable policies which we can sell. Over the weekend, I was privileged to receive thousands of decampees in Kogi Central. And I would say boldly that in the entire country, that has been... Yes, they do say that politics is local. So I'm proud to say that inasmuch as our party has lost a number of prominent people recently in Kogi Central, we did win thousands of new decampees. And that stride was very simple for me. Mind you, I'm saying me because, yes, we're here gathered at the national level, but politics is local. And we are all respective ambassadors of this party down home to our various communities. It was easy for me to achieve this feat because of my strides. Now, for the fact that I've been illegally suspended in the past 4.5 months, that didn't stop me from carrying out my functions as a senator and as a member of this party, because I see myself as an ambassador of the PDP. And at this point, permit me to regress a little bit to speak fondly of Professor Jerry Ghana. He's a man I've known for many years, and he's a man who has shared bonds with my late father. They attended the same school, which is presently known the Abdulaziz Atta Memorial College. Then it was called the Premier Secondary School of the Old Kaba Province, and then it changed its name to Okene Secondary School. That is the secondary school that 2 weeks ago, I was privileged to share 700 computers to the students of your alma mater, dear sir. And I did mention that politics is local. We are all ambassadors, and if we are on the agenda to recruit new members and to endear our party in the hearts of people, if we are trying to position ourselves as the party to beat or the true opposition in the 2027, then we must be very intentional in how we carry out this message is for the elected officers, whether you're a governor, you're a senator, you are a member of the House of Representatives, you're a member of the House of Assembly, you're a local government chairman. Every day leading to every week and every month to the 2027 elections are very critical. So we must be very intentional with what we do. Because while words are important, yet they are cheap, actions will take the fore in what we are going to sell to the new recruits of our party. So thank you so much. I will leave the remainder of my speech to the conversations that we'll have after this session. Thank you all so much, and it's an honor to be here.
In fact, this meeting is preparatory to the meeting of tomorrow, so that we understand, we appreciate, and we try to solve some of the problems before we go to our main meeting. And I do believe that so far, without even getting to the main issues, that we have been able to resolve most of them. But many a times, if you don't look at your little history, you will be repeating the same problem. And I heard both the chairman and the chairman of Governors Forum have been very diplomatic and say, come back, come back. No. You don't invite nomadic politicians back to your place.